What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I'm going to do a fragrance review on two fragrances from the house of John Varvatos that I got at my local Marshalls. Now, these two in particular, I have been eyeing for quite some time. Never pulled the trigger on it because the price points at full retail was not cutting it due to the fact of all the other John Varvatos fragrances that I have in my collection has very lacklustering performance, but decent scent profiles. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it. And one of those John Varvatos fragrances is John Varvatos by John Varvatos. There you go, here is the bottle. You got the size and concentration and the name of the house at the sticker at the bottom of the bottle. 4.2 fluid ounces, 125 milliliters of possible greatness. You also have it on the back here. You got the some notes as well as the size and concentration on the back of this bottle here. The atomizer on here needs some work. It's not good and it's not bad either. Needs some definite big work. For those of you that care, here is the box. Got some information and some ingredients down here at the bottom of the box. The fragrance ran me $45 and some change, butt naked on the back. So let's just dive into this fragrance. This fragrance is actually pretty nice. It's beautiful. It's warm, it's herbaceous, has like a little bit of a soft, fresh spice to it. And it also has a little bit of a dense, warm fruitiness to this fragrance at the same time. Yet, it's a gentlemanly, masculine scent overall. Some of the notes are leather, amber, it looks like some vanilla, herbaceous, herbal notes, agarwood, just to name a few. It's doing a lot in this fragrance so far as the opening, but it does tone down quite a bit in like some of that, the heaviness of the fragrances when it comes to that vanilla and that agarwood and some of that warmth coming from that styrax. I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me. The best part of this fragrance is that leather. It's not like a Tom Ford's ombre leather, but it is like a herbaceous, some of a smooth, sweet, like an animalic type of a leather. But it's not too dominant, but it's there. It's really there, and the vanilla warms it up, as well as that amber, giving like a smooth type of a sweetness. Not too dominant, not too noticeable, but again, it's there. Mainly what you get is like some masculine, green herbaceous type of a vibe from this on top of that vetiver. Now, all that sweet warmth that you get from the vanilla and I think that styrax, as well as the amber and that caramel, it kind of lies underneath all that green herbaceousness coming from like, the fur and that hay, as well as those herbal notes. Mainly, you just get like a green, like herbaceous, leathery, somewhat of a warm, sweet, fruity scent, which is very appealing. Very appealing. I was kind of skeptical because based on reviews, a couple of comments that here and there on Fragrantica saying that the performance was lackluster and stuff like that. So I believe that fragrances that's lackluster in performance has some type of purpose and use. So based off the being intrigued of the notes and stuff like that, I pulled the trigger on it, and I'm glad I did. And I can add this to the rest of my John Varvatos collection. And it does have a spot in my collection based on how this smells. I love the way that this smells. In terms of that agarwood though, the oud that's in here is not noticeable, but it's there. It's kind of faint. Mainly, the dominant, hefty note is that leather as well as that, some of that vanilla, and it has dates in there too, giving it like a, some of a dense type of a sweetness added to that amber and that vanilla. And I must say, the dry down in this fragrance is beautiful. Sexy, if you will, compared to what other reviewers said about this scent. And it's sexy, appealing, more of a good date night type of a scent, because the performance, which I would get to right now, is not the best. It's not a beast. It's not, subtle. It's a little bit of a linear type of a soft projecting type of a scent. You know, if you were to wear this in like, you know, high heat, or if you were to wear this like when it's warm outside, like around this time of year, you know, it's not gonna be cloying. Based off of my skin, when I tested it, it wasn't too cloying because it sat really close to my skin. And you know, the heat pushes out quite a bit. You know, climate control environments, it sits close to the skin. But if you were to overspray, I would say overspray when it's like, you know, fall, wintertime, you know, early spring. But overspraying with this in the summertime, I think it'd be kind of cloying. But so the performance, the total longevity was a good 4 to 5 hours. The projection was good within 45 minutes to an hour. So it's not bad, and it's not good either in terms of performance. It does its thing, but I say this is better used for like, you know, date nights, you know, close encounters, cuddling, or, you know, if you work setting where it's like a cubicle setting, doctor's offices and stuff like that, you can definitely pull this off. You know, it won't be too loud, it won't be too obnoxious or anything like that. It'll be right where it needs to be considering, you know, the situation that you're gonna be in. So overall, I think it's a good pickup for the price. Haven't received any compliments yet because I haven't worn this to work. So, but it doesn't mean that you won't get any compliments, because this does have a compliment factor based on a scent profile, and it smells so good, which I really do believe that it will garner you compliments. So there's that. Age group, this is more for like, you know, middle age on up, but it's more suited for the older gentleman because it does have some masculinity in terms of that agar wood, the leather, and that fur, that boson fur, as well as hay. It has hay in there as well. You know, giving it more of a masculine, modern day, gentlemanly type of a scent that's suited for like, you know, date nights and close encounter situations for the older gentleman. But if you are a younger gentleman or middle age, it doesn't matter. If you like this, wear it. Break the rules, it doesn't matter. Older gentlemen, specifically. Seasons to wear this, I would say fall and spring. It's not too loud for the cold, but doesn't mean that you can't wear it in the winter time. If you want to, you can. But I would say, if you want to wear this in the summertime, I'll say like this is more suited for like, you know, nighttime wear in the summertime. Don't spray too much to avoid it being stuffy, cloying and stuff like that, and you should be A1. But I would definitely say this is more for like spring and fall. That's like those two seasons in my opinion. So John Varvatos by John Varvatos. This is a very, very mass appealing, masculine type of a scent that will garner you compliments if you're an older gentleman, or if you just are whatever age, it doesn't matter. If you like this, rock it. And for the price point of $45 and some change, I think this is a steal. But for retail, you're busting your head wide open, and I highly recommend that you don't do that. So Marshalls or any type of brand store that you can find this at, pick it up for the price that I got it at or less. So it will be worth those two prices. My price that I got it for or less. So up next from John Varvatos, we have John Varvatos Vintage. Here is the beautiful looking bottle. Down on the sticker below, you do have the name of the house and the size and concentration, EDT concentration. And the other one, if I didn't mention, was an EDT concentration as well. Nothing on the back. The atomizer on this one it's a little bit better than the other one, but still needs just a little bit of work, but definitely better than the other one. And here is the box. I do like this box. Size and concentration and all that good stuff right here below. Ingredients and all that good stuff at the bottom of the box. Nothing on the back. This ran me also $45 and some change. So let's just dive into this one. Now, this one has a lot of notes in it as well. So you get some rhubarb, you get some pepper, you get some wormwood, basil, cinnamon, juniper berries, lavender, tobacco, suede, boson fir, tonka bean, just to name a few. There's a lot going on in this fragrance. Even though it has a lot of notes, this smells awesome as well. I know I said that, you know, the first John Varvatos that I presented was leaning a little bit more masculine, but this is more masculine than the other one. So this will put the other one for like, you know, suitable for, you know, middle age on up. But this is definitely, you know, older gentlemen, you know, on up to older gentlemen, because the scent profile in here masculine, bold, warm. That rhubarb is what makes this scent profile quite unique, because rhubarb is not really presented in a lot of fragrances, you know, not too many. So I was definitely excited to see that it had a rhubarb in here, which it is noticeable. So it has like, you know, a sweet herbaceous type of a twinge to it, with a little bit of a fresh, spicy, and dense fruitiness as well. It does have some similarity to the one that I just presented, the first one, similarities, but it's a little bit more appealing. This one is more of a try before you buy, because it does have a little complexity to it. When you put, like, you know, balsam fir and oak moss and patchouli and definitely that rhubarb. Rhubarb is not liked too much, based on my experience in the fragrance community, because it does throw the fragrance off quite a bit based off that, you know, that green herbaceous earthy notes that you might, if you have a lot of that inside of a fragrance, it might turn you off a little bit. But anyway, with all that said, this is beautiful. You know, the tobacco gives it like some smokiness, like some fruity smokiness as well, on top of that green aspect that you get from all the other green notes. So this is bold, attractive. You know, this is more for, like, you know, if you're new to the fragrance community, you probably won't appreciate this that much, unless that this is what you are looking for. But to the experienced nose like myself and others will appreciate this quite a bit. But I must say, this is a little bit complex. It's more of a try before you buy. And if you buy this at the local rack store that I got it at, TJ Maxx or Marshalls, whatever, hold on to your receipt, because you might be taking this back, because you might not like this due to the masculinity that's in this fragrance. This is a great smelling fragrance. Now, it does have a note of quince in here. Never seen that note before in any fragrance but this one. It does give it like a sour, somewhat of a fruity, herbaceous type of accord to here, which is also noticeable with that rhubarb. And well, I must say, this right here, as complex as it is, it gets the job done for me. I love this scent. So the performance on this wasn't that good either. You know, if you want good performance with this one in particular, you're gonna have to overspray. You're just gonna have to. And as well as the other one. But to get like at least average performance, this projected nicely between like not 45 minutes to an hour, but it projected in a good hour. Then it set close to the skin, giving it a total longevity of 5 solid hours. So this one in particular is suited for like, you know, an occasion, dressed up, you know, going out somewhere. I wouldn't say this is like your traditional mass appealing type of a scent where everybody would gravitate to. I would say this is more of an occasional type of a scent. You can wear this to work if you want to, but this is more of a formal scent to me. So because it's not like, you know, everybody's gonna gravitate to this scent, you know, because it does have a little bit of complexity. They might not say that you stink or anything like that, but it's just something about this fragrance, like, you know, the notes in here that kind of, you know, put this in a category of a occasional try before you buy type of a scent, to me, at least in my experience. Age group, like I said, this is more of an older gentleman type of a scent. But if you are young or middle age, it doesn't matter. If you like it, wear it. But specifically, older gentlemen with this one. Seasons to rock this most definitely is going to be fall and winter time, because it does have a lot of density and heftiness to this fragrance as far as those notes. It's bold, is somewhat of a animalic type of a fruity scent that is kind of dense to the point where if you do wear this in a high heat, you're going to be glowing all over the place. I probably wouldn't wear this like, at summertime at nighttime, because I feel like, you know, it's just too out there as far as animalic and masculine, to the point where it would probably turn this fragrance off when heat hits this. So I would definitely say this is more of a fall and wintertime fragrance. Maybe early spring when it's cooler. So to wrap this up, which one should you buy between these two? If you see both of these at your local rack store, I would say buy both of them, because I'm a collector and I'm obsessed with fragrances. But if you want to specifically, I'll say buy this one. This one's a little bit more attractive, a little bit more appealing than this one, because this one is a little bit too complex. You know, it's more of an occasional type of a dressed up type of a fragrance, but this one is a little bit more versatile as far as, like, you know, age group and different situations that you can wear this with, and it's a little bit more mass appealing, and more people would gravitate towards this one than this one. Not to say this one is a bad fragrance, because to me it is not. I love this one, and if you were to ask me, I would pick this one over this one. But to your average Joes that's out there that doesn't care and just want to smell good, I'll say pick this one up. So that's all that I have for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed. Have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace. Ooh.